Tim, let's talk a little bit about the economic piece of this, because most people who spend money in marketing and advertising, they want to see returns. What has been your experience with our effort on the branding side to somebody looking for that?
Well, I think genuinely in the past, people would look at branding and say, well, you can't quantify, you can't track it to see if it's actually working. I would disagree with that. I think definitely with the emergence of online marketing technology, you can track a lot of things. And obviously, at the end of the day, if they're profitable and if they're growing their business, you can equate some of that to your branding. In the case of like Maverick, they had a goal to become $1 billion company. They're now way beyond that. But when we initially started, that was our vision. That was our ambition that we were after. And so all of the things that we brought to the table had that in mind. We knew that they were going to be growing stores. So what kind of stores did we want to have? And one of the things I heard a quote one time about, what would you do if if customers had to pay for admission into your store? What kind of store would you build? And that was something that kind of
very interesting.
I really gravitated to, because I really think about that when somebody's either going into a store or looking at a website. If they had to pay, would they be willing to pay for the experience that we're giving them? And I think when we're talking about touch points, it's very important that every touch point be one of those kinds of experiences that is mapped and planned prior to and orchestrated in such a way that people will gravitate to and say, I want to go in there. I love being in that store. The environment is friendly, or it's amazing. There's a wow factor when I walk in through the doors. We've tried to create that with Maverick. I think in the C-store industry, that's very unique. I don't think there's any other store like it.
I know you do that with other companies outside the C-store industry. We've got a number of clients. That's a great illustration of kind of taking them through the next door.